Frank Giles had seen some weird things in his time. Drunken raccoons fighting over a hot dog, his neighbor microwaving an entire fish, and that one time his TV showed a program he swore didn't exist. But nothing, absolutely nothing, compared to what he saw that fateful day at his local convenience store. He had just walked in, the bell jingling overhead, when he noticed something off. The shopkeeper, Rose, normally just a regular, slightly grumpy woman, was standing behind the counter when a lizard tail flickered into existence behind her. Frank rubbed his eyes. No way! That whiskey coffee must have had too many dashes in it. He blinked rapidly. Still there. A perfect, scaly, green and gold tail, swaying ever so slightly. Now most people would ignore it, maybe chalk it up to bad vision, sleep deprivation, or just good old-fashioned insanity. But Frank was not most people. He was, after all, the kind of man who once spent 20 minutes debating whether he should fight a goose for his sandwich. He lost. So naturally, he did what any self-respecting person in his position would do. He pointed directly at it and said, "Hey, Rose, what's up with your tail?" Rose froze. Her expression flickered for just a second, shock, then a smirk. "Oh, finally," she said, rolling her eyes. "Took humanity long enough." Frank's jaw worked, but no words came out. You're not even going to deny it?" "What's the point?" Rose shrugged, crossing her arms. "You're the first human in years to actually say something. Most of you just do that weird double-take, shake your heads and pretend it never happened." Frank scratched his head. "Okay, fair, but you're an alien." "Yep." "Like, actual—" "Uh-huh." "You—" "Frank, I swear if you ask about my tail one more time, I will zap you right between the eyes. Ask me a question, and I may answer it." Frank processed this information for a moment. So, what now? Do I get, like, a prize or something?" Rose tilted her head, her slitted eyes narrowing. "A prize? You just found out aliens secretly ruled the planet, and you want a prize?" "Well, yeah, I feel like this is a big deal." Rose sighed, shaking her head. "I could just neutralize you." Frank gulped. Neutralize as in kill me?" "Nah, mind wipe. But I could kill you if you're into that sort of thing." "I'm not." "Shame. It's been a boring week." Frank, still running mostly on adrenaline and the lingering effects of whiskey coffee, blurted, "Or, hear me out, we could have some fun instead." Rose raised an eyebrow. "Fun? Yeah, you said you were bored, right? What if we, I don't know, disrupt the alien overlords a little?" There was a long silence. Then, to his utter surprise, Rose threw back her head and laughed. "Oh, Frank," she said, wiping a tear from her eye, "you really should have kept your mouth shut." And then she grabbed him by the collar and dragged him into the back room. Well, let's just say that Rose never was allowed to have a boyfriend or girlfriend, so Frank was in for a wild ride in the back room. Turns out Earth had been under the control of reptilian shapeshifters for centuries. The government, reptilians, celebrities, at least half of them. Your annoying boss who never approves your vacation requests? Definitely a reptilian. Rose was supposed to be managing this particular sector of humans, keeping them in line and making sure they remained blissfully unaware of their alien overlords. But frankly, she was sick of it. Babysitting humans was dull. "So let me get this straight," Frank said, sitting on a crate in the back room as Rose revealed her full, scaly form. "You don't actually like running things?" "Of course not," Rose scoffed. "Do you have any idea how exhausting it is managing 8 billion barely functioning primates?" Harsh. True. Frank thought about it. "So, if we did try to mess with the hierarchy, would that make you, like, a traitor?" Rose smirked. "Technically. Would it be dangerous?" "Oh, definitely." "Would it be fun?" Rose's eyes gleamed. "More fun than running this stupid store." Frank grinned. "All right then, let's start some chaos." The reptilians had an invisible global broadcast system, subtly brainwashing humans with subliminal messages like, "Trust your leaders," work harder, and pineapple does not belong on pizza. Frank personally took offense to that last one. The plan? Hijack it. Rose led Frank to an underground facility beneath the store, because of course the convenience store had a secret alien base. She pulled up a glowing interface and started typing at lightning speed. "So what message do we want to send?" she asked. Frank thought for a moment, then grinned. 30 minutes later, televisions, radios, and even phone screens worldwide displayed one simple message. "Hey, so, Earth's been taken over by lizard people, just FYI. Also, free donuts for anyone who asks a politician if they have a tail. Good luck." Naturally, panic ensued. People took to social media. The hashtag number Lizardgate started trending within minutes. Videos popped up of humans aggressively asking public figures to show us your tail. Someone threw a shoe at a senator. A man in New York started a cult worshipping the great lizard lords. Meanwhile, deep within the alien government's HQ, alarms blared. "Who the hell is responsible for this?" an important-looking reptilian bellowed. His underlings cowered. Then one of them whispered, "Sir, it's Sector Manager Rose." Silence. Then, "Find her!" Back at the convenience store, Rose and Frank were laughing way too hard at the chaos unfolding on the news, but then the walls shook. "Oh, great," Rose muttered. "They found us." What's the protocol for pissing off the entire reptilian government?" Frank asked. Rose grabbed his hand. "Running!" She hit a button, and the floor beneath them opened up. They fell down a chute, landing in a sleek spaceship hidden underground. Frank blinked. "You had a spaceship under the store?" "Where else was I supposed to keep it?" The ship roared to life just as the reptilian enforcers broke in. Lasers flew past as Rose yanked the controls. The ship blasted off, leaving the ruins of the convenience store behind. As they broke through the atmosphere, Frank looked at Rose. "So, what now?" Rose smirked. "We take the fight to them." Turns out Rose had a lot of dirt on the reptilian government. With her knowledge and Frank's, enthusiasm, they managed to rally a rebellion, a ragtag group of aliens and disillusioned humans who were tired of being ruled by shape-shifting overlords. The battle was nothing short of epic. Spaceships clashed in Earth's orbit. Explosions lit up the sky. Frank, somehow piloting a fighter jet despite having zero experience, whooped as he blasted enemy ships. Meanwhile, Rose went full warrior mode, tearing through enemy ranks with razor-sharp claws and a gleeful laugh. In the end, the reptilians had had enough. "Fine, fine," their leader screeched. "We'll leave, but don't come crying to us when humans ruin everything." And with that, the reptilians retreated. Humanity was free. Frank turned to Rose. "So, what now?" She grinned. "You ever been to Alpha Centauri? I hear they have great whiskey coffee." Frank smirked. "I'm in." And with that, they soared into the stars, ready for the next adventure.